All right, we are live shooting. Mic's on.
In 5.
Good.
4.
I'm John Hand. I'm a local real estate agent here in Columbus.
And Chuck Holden with Rapid Mortgage right here in Columbus as well. Well, right there, the Polaris and Cleveland Avenue area.
Yes. We do a lot of business here locally, inside and around 270, and we're here to serve you.
That's right.
So. Hey guys, today we're going to be covering why lenders and realtors are not the same.
Because they're not.
Yep.
At all.
And it matters a ton, the choice that you make.
With a local lender, we're held accountable. Like, you literally can come into my office and meet with me and meet with my assistant Leah. We like that personal touch, even though we have a lot of the technology pieces. You kind of have to in this day and age. But having that accountability is a big thing. Having the reputation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you're a real estate agent. I'm sure you've had listings where like an offer comes across and you see that lender attached. You're like, that's a really strong offer. That's a really terrible lender attached to it. I mean, right? I mean,
exactly.
I mean, what do you tell your clients in that situation?
It's kind of a shot in the dark sometimes. So if the offer does seem really strong on the surface, but they're using a non-reputable lender or a lender that I have specifically had a bad time with, then I'd have to share that to my client that I have had a bad experience with that given lender. And as far as the people you deal with, as opposed to like a big company such as Quicken or Rocket or whatever, they normally have just so many people handling the transaction.
Yeah.
You're talking to so many different people, and it's really nice with you and customers and clients say this too, is that they can always call you, and if you don't have the answer, you'll get it right away, and you can talk to the people that are servicing the loan right away.
Yeah.
Whereas I've called Quicken for a loan that I was closing, and this person doesn't even know who the other person is, or what the other service team is, and I've got to be on hold and talk to the other service team, and then go back to this service team. So.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, and that's a big part of why I'm with Rapid. I mean, people ask me all the time, it's like, as a loan officer, you can go do this anywhere. Same with you and your brokerage. What's the value add there? And that's the biggest thing, honestly. I mean, my branch manager is one of the owners of Rapid Mortgage. So if I have an issue, not only can I go to the branch manager, who typically has some pull, but when it's the owner of the company, I mean, if it gets down to crunch time and I need something right now, and I can walk right into the boss's office and go, hey, I need this right now, and he does it right now.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Rapid.
Exactly. Whereas, just when you're dealing with multiple teams in different states and locate completely separate locations across the United States, it just
gets
not
lost.
Even in the realm of realism to have that happen.
Everything gets lost in translation. I mean, that's the thing. Like, my processing manager is in my office. My processors are in my office. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's in my office pretty much. So it's like, it's not sending an email back and forth. It's like, hey, let me walk over to your desk and talk with you about this real quick. I mean,
exactly.
That's the beauty of it. It's like, I can get it done right now because my people are right there.
Yeah. And then what's your average time to close right now?
I mean, for most buyers, we can guarantee 21-day closing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I mean, since the refi boom, it was like, people call me like, how can you do that? My lender's averaging 45 to 60 days. Like, how do you do this? I'm like, can't speak on them. Exactly. I can tell you why us, and that, it's exactly what I just said. Those things are what allow us to do things that quickly, is because we can get it done right now.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's huge. I mean, as you know, if you have a motivated seller and they want to be out right now, and the other guy's, hey, I need 45 to 60 days, you have a lender that's put in an offer, says, I can guarantee a 21-day closing. It's like, okay.
Exactly.
All right.
They get their money quicker, and the offer is just that much stronger.
Correct.
Incredibly stronger. So.
Yep. So. And then what about from your end? I mean, obviously, this is a tricky market as a real estate agent. I mean, when you're going up against multiple offers, you're not just writing up a strong offer and going, hey, we'll hear back and just counter and we'll get this house like back in the day. I mean, it's got to be a little tricky. I mean, how do you navigate that?
Yeah, so I mean, as an agent going into a competitive offer, with, for instance, a house in a really large buyer pool, such as around the like $200,000 mark here in Columbus,
right,
the affordability mark there, you have to have great communication with the listing agent. Got to give them a call. I usually give them a call sometimes before the showing, after the showing, let them know we're interested.
Right.
Really ask them, what they need. What are they looking for? What are them and the buyers looking for? To succeed, to accept a contract. So,
and I'm sure a lot of real estate agents don't go to that depth to do that.
Yeah, I mean, as far as on the other side listing, I had one agent gave me an offer $20,000 over list, just completely unsolicited, at 8 o'clock at night, and put the deadline for 11 o'clock, same day. So I mean, and
do it right now.
And they reached out and basically was asking me why I haven't accepted yet.
Right.
So, and it's just to have that relationship with the listing agent and really hear them out with what they want to accomplish for their seller.
Yeah.
And then just to communicate that to the buyer, and if the buyer is okay with that, meet every criteria they're looking for, because that's really what it takes in this market to win.
Right.
In those multiple offer situations.
That's awesome.
So just all that communication with the listing side.
And I think that's paramount to where the team aspect really comes in.
Yeah.
Literally when I talk to my clients, I'm like, look, you could have the best real estate agent on the face of the planet as far as writing the strongest offer, but if you don't have a reputable lender attached to it, it's no good. And same deal, vice versa. I could be the best lender in town, which we quite possibly are, and and if you have a super weak offer, guess what?
Exactly.
You still don't win.
No communication.
So it's a team effort. It's like you have to put forth a strong effort. We need to have that strong reputation so that when they come together, it's like, this is the best offer. And that's how we win.
And then I can ask you to even call the listing agent as well. Just strengthen it that much more.
Correct. And I have zero problem doing that. Like you said, that's the thing. I mean, if you do your job up front as a lender, your clients don't fall out. I mean, that's the biggest thing. People always talk about, oh, you have to account for fallout. No, you don't. Do your job up front. Get your documentation, and put forth your offer with confidence. Honestly, that's the biggest thing. Nobody wants to have that emotion of, yeah, I'm getting a house, and then like halfway through or even towards the end, I mean, you've probably experienced it personally and heard of lenders call and say, hey, sorry, we can't help you. And we're 28 days into a 30-day contract. These guys got their boxes packed, kids are ready to go, lease is probably up. You know what I mean? So that's huge.
And that could be game over. There could be a lot of people at the minimum. A lot of people's days, months ruin. The next month.
And the domino effect. Every single person in the chain of command from that transaction, it affects everyone.
Exactly.
It's not just that transaction.
The seller losing their purchase.
Correct.
And just the whole thing falling apart. So,
you got it. You got it.
And that's the difference that a lot of people don't see and don't know about, obviously, because they're not in the business every day.
Correct. And there is a difference between lenders and real estate agents. Honestly, I mean, there's a huge difference.
Yes. So. Local, as far as a lender, local for sure. As far as a real estate agent, full time, great at communication. And,
absolutely. We talk all the time.
I'm John Hand, your local realtor here in Columbus with Keller Williams Classic Properties.
And I'm Chuck Holden with Rapid Mortgage and the Holden team over at Polaris Parkway.